In today's world, mindfulness is not an option. It's survival. Why? Because we live in a world where all the things around us are built with unconscious actions in mind on purpose. Let's start with how we spend money, which is where I spent 5 years of my career in. It used to be that when you wanted to buy something, you had to physically part ways with your cash. That gave you enough time to think if it was actually worth it. Now we just deal with digital payments. You tap and you don't even see that the money's in your bank and it goes away. And you don't even have to have the money sometimes. You can buy now, pay later. And I can tell you from working at Visa, where we're headed is towards a world where AI is just going to be buying on your behalf. So you don't even have to do the cognitive load. You don't even have to consider the purchase. You will just have it. Now let's move on to eating. We used to eat food that our bodies evolved to eat over thousands and even millions of years. But we find ourselves in a world where you actually don't know how much sugar is in something unless you read it. You don't know how many calories can be in something because we can densely pack all of that stuff into a small, cute little sweet or treat, right? So you have to understand what we're actually consuming. And our bodies aren't adjusted to that. We just don't know how much sugar is in something because we're not used to that. We're used to fruits. Fruits were our desserts for thousands and thousands a year. And a similar thing with how we consume media. It used to be that if you wanted to see more, you had to click view more, and now you can just sit and scroll endlessly since they got rid of those breaks. You should take effort to see the next page, but now the feed just goes on forever. All this to say that we live in a very frictionless world. We got rid of all the friction and made things very, very easy and seamless. If you're wondering why, the answer is very, very easy. It's because of corporations and profits. It's a lot easier to spend, a lot easier to overeat, a lot easier to scroll on your phone when there are no guardrails, when it's frictionless and it's easy. Corporations backed by behavioral scientists and engineers are designing it to be this way. And I know this because I've worked for corporations doing this kind of things. But here's the good news. It's not all doom and gloom. They're not making you live like this. Now, they're making it very, very easy to live like this. However, they're not making you do it, which is a big distinction, which means the choice and the power is in your hands. So the choice is yours. You can take the blue pill and continue living as a user. Funny, they call you users, right? Or you could take the red pill and somehow find a balance that works for you. This might look like evaluating your spending habits, taking breaks from your phone, whatever that means to you. You have to do something. Nothing is not an option anymore.